A developer's made a development application for something you don't like in your neighbourhood and you're concerned about it and you want to make a submission against it. My first recommendation for you is that you get together with members of your community and work together as a group. That means hopefully having one submission, hopefully pooling funds to get people to help you to put the submission together, and having a contact address that's common to all of you so that all of you can see what's going on from time to time when you're making your submission. Do not underestimate the power of politics. Make sure you get in touch with your local councillor and make your feelings known about the development. It's much harder to undo a bad council decision for you in a courtroom scenario. It's much easier if the application is refused at first instance. I've always found it interesting that despite the fact that community groups can have lots of people involved and together probably make quite a bit of money and have many assets in their own right, how reluctant they are to put their hand in their pocket and spend money on things like consultants and lawyers to defend the amenity of their community. For preparing your submission, I strongly recommend that you get a town planning consultant to help you. They'll educate you. There'll be things you're concerned about that you need not be concerned about, but equally there might be things that are wrong with the development that you had no idea were in fact wrong. So if you can, try and get a town planning consultant to help you to write the submission to the council opposing the development. Assume the worst happens. There's an appeal. Either you have to file the appeal yourself, opposing the approval of the development, or the developer files their own appeal against the refusal of their application or conditions of their approval. Money's tight and you're wondering where to spend your money first. The first place to spend money is on expert witnesses, not lawyers. Lawyers can't give evidence to help you in your planning appeal. Sure, they can advocate on your behalf in the court, but unless you have the ammunition that is expert evidence from the particular experts required, you are going to find it very difficult. So again, find the town planner that you need first. They will help you source other experts if they're required, like traffic engineers, architects, landscape architects, acoustic engineers, and so on. And together, you'll put together some good ammunition to oppose the particular development concerned. Assume for a moment that the development gets refused and the developer appeals. And you're thinking, should I become a party to this appeal? Every submitter has the right to become a party to the appeal. And even though it's been refused by the council, and even though the developer appeals, you should still become a party to that appeal. Why? Because councils change their mind. Sometimes they may change from a refusal to a straight approval. Sometimes they may have imposed conditions previously that you were happy with, but in the appeal, the council may fold and change its mind and end up not imposing the conditions in the way that you would have liked. If there's a developer appeal, make sure that you're involved all the way through the process to keep the council honest. If you must use a lawyer, make sure you're using a lawyer who has expertise in planning and environment law matters in the court. There are probably only 20 or so who can claim that level of expertise in the state. It's not necessarily the case that any of the local lawyers in your area, particularly if you're in a region, have experience in the jurisdiction. You may have to go to Brisbane, the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, perhaps Cairns. But beyond that, it is quite difficult to find lawyers with the requisite expertise. So make sure you find the right person to help you. My name's Andrew Davis. If you need any more help, please call me on the number on the screen.